Hello guys, this is Vijay and welcome to my channel Data Decoder. Today we are going to discuss on what is Docker and what does it mean for a software engineer. During your professional life, you might be in a situation where you need to work on a specific machine with some specific requirements to perform some specific tasks. Let's say you're working on a Java project on a PC for the last couple of years. On one day, your manager asks you to do some feasibility study of your project on a Linux environment. What would you do as you don't have a Linux machine at that point of time? Do you talk to your manager to make some arrangements to get the Linux machine? Or do you manage to create something on your own and show a proof of concept and a feasibility study? Let's discuss the various ways about this approach. Now, first option would be you might procure a Linux machine through office channels. Now, this is a time consuming process as it takes multiple approvals from management team. And by the time you receive it, it might have taken anywhere around 2 days to 2 weeks. Remember, it is also cost bounded. The second option is to install a virtual machine software on your Windows machine and then load a Linux VM image borrowed from somewhere and get things going. This takes hours as each time you up the image, it just loads as a normal operating system. For those who worked on virtual machines, you know how hard it is to bring a virtual machine up and running every time. The third and the smart option is where the Docker comes into picture. You can install Docker software on your machine and get the Docker image downloaded from web and run it. You have your Linux Docker container up and running within minutes. Now, what is a Docker? Docker is a set of platform as a service, which means it allows users like software developers or software testers to develop, run, test, manage applications without the complexity of building and maintaining the infrastructure, typically associated with developing, testing, or launching an app. Let's see the differences between a virtual machine and Docker. Docker is just a container based technology, and containers are just user space of the operating system. In Docker, the containers running shares the host OS kernel. A virtual machine, on the other hand, is made up of user space plus kernel space of an operating system. Hence, each virtual machine is a machine itself, which makes them slower than Docker containers. Docker containers work faster. For any engineer to work efficiently and faster, he or she wants their environment up and running faster. They don't have time to wait for something to load. Docker containers can be easily switchable. Docker allows you to stop one environment and start another environment instantaneously, which means in minutes or sometimes in seconds. Suppose you're working in a Red Hat Linux machine and suddenly you need to check something more urgent on a Solaris machine. You can immediately stop the Red Hat container and start the Solaris container within minutes. And once the work is done, you can return to the first one immediately. They have the consistent environment. Docker containers ensures consistent environment, which means that you and your friend have the same Docker container. Then chances are that both are 100% identical. Time efficient. No time spending environmental related issues and concentrate only on the product or project related problems. For more information, check the URL hubdocker.com. In my next video, we will be doing a demo on Docker by installing Docker and running the Docker container. Thank you for watching the video.